B and this is the Ratcheting Raven. Today we're going to be doing a brake and rotor replacement on my B8.5 Audi A4. So before I get started, I have to disable the electronic parking brake system, so that's what I'm going to do now. I have just a generic Wi-Fi ELM like 327 OBD2 reader or connecting device that I got off Amazon some years ago, and that's what I'm going to be using to connect to the Carista app. Now, when I opened the app, it did say that they were going to be discontinuing connections with any OBD2 device that is not the Carista device at the time of this recording. So I do have one of those ordered, but for now, I'm using the one that I have. So I'm going to go into the Carista app. I'm going to go to Service, and I'm going to wait for that to load. Okay, now that I'm in the services, I'm going to go to the second one, which is electronic parking brake service. It gives you a bunch of warnings, basically make sure the ignition that is on and not running, parking brake disengaged, it is, and my foot is off the brake pedal, it is. So I'm going to go to open. It's going to run through these checks again, basically saying the same thing to make sure you understand and have went through these steps in order for this to work, and then click yes. And now it says, I don't know if you can see, it says in progress. And you can actually hear the park and brake system disengaging. So it says succeeded. So I'm done with that for now. So my parking brake is off. So now I'm going to get outside the car, jack it up, and start changing the brakes and rotors. Okay, so I have the car on a jack stand in the front. I had to lift it with the back, like lift the back side enough that I could get a jack stand under the front. It's fully supported by the jack stand. The jack's still there for a little extra support just because jack stands make me nervous, let's be honest. Anyways, I have this brake kit that I got from FCP Euro. Fronts, rears, Zimmerman, rotors, ATE, brakes. So let's get to it. First, I'm gonna take the tire off, obviously. Okay, so to get the tire off, this comes out like so. 17. There we go. There we go. Okay, tire is off. Okay, so first, these bolts come off. There's one right here and right here. It's a 13 mil. We're gonna see if the electric ratchet will get it. Okay, got that one. Now I'm going for this one right here. Okay, that's off. Okay, so next the pad sensor is right here. It follows this line and it's back just right here. You push a tab, pull that free, and it disconnects. Okay, so to fully remove this line, you're going to twist it, pull it out. It's got a little notch in it. Twist down and it's disconnected. We get a new brake pad wear sensor with the new brake kit, so now that's out of the way. Okay, so next I'm going to use a screwdriver and I'm going to put it between, like right in front of the brake pad, and push it back ever so slightly. Don't put it directly on the caliper, but behind the rotor in front of the rear brake pad. Separate it to loosen it up. Now it's loose. Okay, so next we're gonna take off this bracket. Going to pry up and out. There it goes. There it is. It's not warped or anything. Still in good condition, which is a good thing because I did not get another one with this brake kit. Going to pry back on the brake pad just a smidge more, just to loosen it up a little bit more. Now I've got wiggle. I can get the caliper off. I've got it off. I'm going to take these old pads out. Pops out like so. It's the one for the back. The one for the front may take a little more work. It will. So for now, I'm going to hang this up with some zip ties. I'm going to attach it to the spring, hang it up so I can get the caliper mounting bracket off. I'll actually just hang it from here. Okay, so next I'm going to take out these caliper mounting bolts, which are here and here. They are 21 millimeter. There's the top one. There's the bottom one. Here is the caliper mounting bracket. So that now that all that's off, I have to get this rotor retaining screw out. Looks like a T, I don't know, 30. We're gonna see. Yep, T30. All right. Now that that's off, I'm gonna have to get my rubber mallet again. I'm gonna put a little bit of PB Blaster around here because it's just kind of seized on. Okay, so this rotor is pretty seized on there, so I sprayed some PB Blaster around where the rotor meets the hub on the back side. I sprayed it through the lug nut holes and all around the axle nut. I'm going to hammer. There we go. And after all that, this rotor is off. It was pretty seized in place, you know. So before I put the new ones on, I'm going to take them outside and spray them with brake parts cleaner. Okay, next, I'm gonna get this other brake pad out of here. Have to pry it out a bit. You kind of push, it just kind of depends. Now that I have the rotor all cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and put it on. It goes like that. Since I do have this retaining screw and it is in decent condition, I am still going to use it. Okay, the new one is on. It looks much better than the old one. That is for sure. Since my greasy hands got grease all over the new rotor, I'm gonna put a little brake parts cleaner on this rag and just go through and wipe that off. Next, I will put the caliper mounting bracket back on. I'll use the old Ugga Dugga to get these back on here. Okay, those are back on. Next, I'm going to cut the caliper free. I don't have a lot of clearance with this one, but it is what it is. I'm going to just set it here for now. I've got this little ratcheting tool that will compress the piston. So I'm going to do that now. So I had got the piston as far back as the little tool would allow me to, but it wasn't quite long enough. So I had to put one of the old brake pads back in, all of the way back out of the way so I could fit the new pads in. And that's as far as it'll go back. So now I'm going to loosen this up. I'm going to pop this old pad out again. There's this old wear sensor right here that I'm going to take out. Like so, like that. It's out of the way now. I'm gonna lay the caliper there for right now. Okay, so here's the new brake pad that goes caliper side. These go in the actual caliper. It came with this Plastilube. It says, clean the pad, guide tracks, and the brake caliper and the bracket, then coat with Plastilube. Coat the back plate of the pad in the piston area and the sliding surfaces lightly with Plastilube. Never apply to the friction surfaces of the brake disc pad nor to the rubber parts. So it has this sticky, but I'm just going to go ahead and put some of this here. Like so, like that. And then this is going to be easier said than done, that's for sure. But I am going to pop this new rear pad in place. Ah, that wasn't so bad. Look at that. Things actually kind of went easy for me for a change. I'm amazed. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. It's got this 3M sticky adhesive side. It says to put this Plastilube on here. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Just like that. I'm going to place this pad where it goes. So it goes, I just dropped that and got it all over me. Anyways, this pad goes here like so, like that. It kind of pops into place like that. I may have to use both hands. We'll see. Okay, so I'd use both hands, but it's got this little bump on the back. That's what I'm going to call it. Bump goes into this hole right here, secures it in place. Oh no, it's falling out. There, it's back in place. Okay, I put the new wear sensor in there. It just clips into place. No big deal. I will secure it through this little area that it's meant to be secured through. So it's through there. Okay, I got the sensor clipped back in place. It's secured. The line is secured. It's connected at the brake pad. The caliper is in place. The little hooks on the pads are over the mounting bracket. It came with new bolts, so I'm going to put those in. I'll start them by hand to make sure they're where they need to go, and then I will hit them with the electric ratchet. Okay, now that all of that is secured, I don't know if you remember this little bracket, it has to go back on, and it is quite a pain to get on most of the time. Well, for me anyways. So this is how I like to do it, and I try not to bend it because I do not have another one. That's on, it's stable, and I actually managed to do that on the first try, which is amazing. So it is the exact same process on the passenger side, only there is no wear sensor, you know, the sensor that I disconnected and replaced. There's just not that over there. Otherwise, it's the exact same process. So now I'm once again going to wipe this grease off the rotor because I can't keep my greasy hands off of it. And I'm going to put the tire back on and do the other side. Okay, I've got the tire back on. I've got the studs just, you know, hand tight. I'm going to go back over them now with the Ugga Dugga. anyways, if you like this video, found it helpful in any way, or just found it interesting, I don't know, give me a like, share, follow, subscribe, comment. You know the deal. Thanks. Until next time.